You think gossip is harmless. You think it's just small talk. You think everyone does it, so what's the big deal? Here's the brutal truth. Every time you gossip, whether you're starting it, encouraging it, or just casually participating, you're rewiring your brain to see the worst in people. You're training yourself to bond through negativity. And once that becomes your default, you lose something you can't get back: trust. People stop confiding in you. They start wondering what you say when they're not around. But here's what most people don't realize. You can stop gossip without being the awkward buzzkill. You don't need to give speeches about integrity. You don't have to act morally superior. If you do it right, you actually become more likable, not less. So I spent the past week diving deep into psychology research and human behavior patterns, trying to answer one question that kept nagging at me. What makes gossip so addictive to our brains? And how do you actually stop it without ruining relationships or looking uptight? In this video, you'll discover 3 things: the hidden psychology behind why gossip feels so good, 4 research-backed strategies to stop it without any awkwardness, and 2 powerful techniques for when you're completely done with toxic conversations, period. By the end, you won't fear gossip anymore. You'll see it as a chance to quietly build massive respect. Part 1. The psychology of gossip. All right, let's start here. Why is gossip so irresistible? Why does talking about someone who's not in the room feel so natural, so satisfying? Psychologist Robin Dunbar has a theory. Gossip didn't start as something negative. It evolved as a survival tool. Thousands of years ago, sharing information about others helped our ancestors figure out who to trust, who to avoid, and who was breaking the social rules. It was the original social currency that kept communities safe. But here's the problem. What worked for survival in ancient tribes now works against us in modern life. Today, gossip doesn't build trust. It destroys it. It creates cliques, breeds paranoia, and slowly erodes your reputation without you even realizing it. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher emperor, said something that still hits hard today. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Simple rule. Yet we break it constantly. And here's a psychology term you need to know: triangulation. It's when someone pulls you into a conversation by putting someone else down. It feels good in the moment, right? Like they're choosing you, trusting you, making you part of the inner circle. But here's the reality check. If they gossip with you, they will gossip about you too. That's why I love Mel Robbins' rule. I don't talk about people who aren't here. You don't even have to announce it. Just adopt it quietly as your personal standard. It changes everything. You stop seeing gossip as innocent chatter and start seeing it as a trap you never agreed to walk into. Part 2. Why confronting gossip makes it worse. Here's where most people screw up. They hear gossip, feel uncomfortable, and try to shut it down directly. Hey, I don't think we should talk about her like that. And instantly, they're labeled. Too sensitive. Can't take a joke. Or worse, they become the next person everyone gossips about. That's the backfire effect in psychology. When people feel called out, they don't reflect on their behavior. They defend it. They double down. Most people who gossip don't think they're being toxic. They think they're venting, being honest, or just having fun. So when you challenge them head on, it doesn't change them. It just makes you the problem. That's why real power isn't about confronting gossip. It's about refusing to feed it. You can't control what comes out of someone else's mouth. You can only control how you respond. And that's where psychology gives us some surprisingly smooth ways to win without any confrontation. Strategy number 1. Kill it with kindness. Imagine someone starts trashing Jessica from marketing. Most people either stay silent or give that awkward half laugh. But what if you calmly said, "Huh, really? I've never had that experience with her. She's always been super helpful to me." Gossip stopped. No lecture, no tension. Here's why this works so well. Gossip thrives on agreement. It's built on what psychologists call social bonding theory. People gossip to feel connected, especially when they're insecure. By responding with calm kindness, you remove the shared negativity they're looking for. It creates what researchers call cognitive dissonance, that uncomfortable feeling when kindness collides with negativity. The gossiper might not admit it out loud, but your response forces them to rethink their tone. Marcus Aurelius said it perfectly. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. When you respond with quiet grace, you don't just stop gossip. You raise the standard of the entire conversation. Strategy number 2. Add a layer of neutrality. Sometimes kindness alone doesn't work. The gossiper pushes harder. They say, well, maybe she's nice to you, but you don't know what she did to me last week. Here's your move. Stay neutral. Could be, everyone has different experiences. Or maybe she was just overwhelmed that day. Stress makes everyone act differently. That's it. No defense, no offense. Just calm neutrality. Psychologists call this emotional reframing. You're draining the emotional energy from the gossip. You're not agreeing or disagreeing. You're just ending the emotional loop. When people reframe gossip with empathy, it significantly reduces social tension because empathy kills judgment. You shift from us versus them to maybe there's more going on here. In Stoic philosophy, there's a concept called sympathia, the idea that everything is connected and people act from circumstances, not pure malice. That mindset protects your peace and your integrity at the same time. Strategy number 3. Shift the spotlight. Now that you've drained the emotion, it's time to redirect. Just say something simple. Anyway, did you catch that email about the new deadline? That's going to be intense. Or, speaking of stress, how are you handling everything on your plate lately? That's it. You shift the focus to them, redirecting the conversation so they talk about themselves instead of others. This is called topic shifting, a classic technique from social psychology to maintain harmony without giving approval. You don't embarrass anyone. You don't create a scene. You just smoothly change direction. Think of it like social aikido. You don't fight force with force. You just redirect the energy and let it flow past you. Strategy number 4. Break the tension with humor. Sometimes all you need is a little humor. When the gossip starts spiraling, drop something light. Wow, this is turning into a reality TV show. I'm losing track of all the plot twists here. People laugh. Tension breaks. But don't stop there, because if you just laugh and stay in the conversation, they'll take it as permission to keep going. So as soon as the laughter fades, slide the conversation somewhere safe. Anyway, speaking of reality TV, did anyone catch that show everyone's been talking about? Or man, I need some water after all this intensity. Anyone else? Smooth, natural, non-confrontational. Psychologists call this the relief theory. The idea that humor releases built-up tension and resets the emotional tone. It's like hitting refresh on a conversation that went off track. Even Seneca said it centuries ago. It is better to laugh at life than to lament over it. When you use humor wisely, you're not running from tension. You're mastering it. You protect your peace and your reputation in one clean move. Real talk. When the person is just toxic. Now let's be real. Sometimes the person gossiping isn't just venting. They're draining. And you don't even want to keep it smooth anymore. You just want out. Here's what you do. Technique number 1. The gray rock method. Become boring. One-word replies. Zero emotional reaction. Oh, really? Didn't know that. Psychologists use this method to deal with people who thrive on drama. When gossip gets no reaction, it dies. No fuel, no fire. Technique number 2. Set a clear, kind boundary. If you want to be direct, be direct. Hey, I'm really trying to stay in a more positive headspace lately. Part of that for me is not talking about people who aren't around. Can we switch gears? You stay calm. You stay respectful. And if they get awkward, good. They should. That's how boundaries work. Awkwardness is sometimes the only way people realize they crossed a line. And remember, anyone who gossips with you will eventually gossip about you. Protect your energy. Guard your reputation. Here's the truth. Gossip isn't really about the person being discussed. It's about you. It tests your discipline, your empathy, and your self-respect. You can't stop gossip from existing in the world, but you can make it irrelevant to your life. Epictetus said it centuries ago. You cannot control others, only yourself. So when you choose not to gossip, you're not just protecting your peace, you're building your character. Because in a world where everyone talks, the person who listens carefully, speaks kindly, and refuses to join the noise is the one everyone actually respects. So tell me, Which of these strategies would you actually use the next time someone tries to pull you into gossip? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if this video helped you see gossip differently, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.